Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let's see one more S3 bucket property that is related to S3 only. Let's see one more S3 bucket policy. So what is this bucket policy? We are going to see about server access logging. So why do I need to see about this, sir? Let's have a question. Now I want to see and audit all my requests sent to my bucket, or else all the requests which are sent to my objects which are present in my bucket. Now, is there any way? Is there any way to see all those requests? Yes, it is possible to see them in the form of logs, where those logs can be created. Those logs can be created by using server access logging. So, when do we use this server access logging? We use this server access logging when, if we want details of requests sent to my bucket access, or else to access my objects which are present in my bucket, then we use this server logging to create the logs and store them in another bucket in the same region. In the same region only you can able to save your logs in another bucket. So if we enable this server access logging property in S3 bucket, this server access logging is a S3 bucket level property. If we enable that, then what happens is, your logs will be stored. Where those logs contain details about what are the requests made to S3 bucket, as well as what are the requests made to S3 objects, where those objects present inside my S3 bucket. Let's say this is my S3 service. In this S3 service, so in this S3 service of my account, I have a source bucket, this, and it contains one object. Now, whenever a user reach to my bucket, then I need to store that request, right? Yes, I need to store that request. So where do I store? I need to store in bucket only, right? Yeah, either in any one of the storage service I need to store. So since S3 is suitable for me, I'd like to choose this bucket only. So let me name that bucket as, since I'm storing it in it, I just like to put destination. So I just like to put the name of the bucket as destination. So now in this bucket, I'd like to store my logs, where that log contain what are the requests that are made to my source bucket, as well as my source objects. What are the requests? Those will get to my source object. So those details will be saved in the form of logs at where? In my destination. Now let's have a question. Does the source bucket as well as destination bucket must present in a same region or not? So do the source as well as destination bucket need to present in same region? Yes, both my source bucket as well as my destination bucket must be in a same region. In order to provide the server access logging, both my source bucket as well as my destination bucket must present in a same region. So now while enabling, I need to tell right at where my logs will be stored. At which destination bucket I'll store my logs, right? I need to tell. So that's why I need to create again another bucket in the same region. And in order to store my logs, I just choose it whenever I'm creating my server access logging to any bucket. So let's see one more thing, one more important point. Let's say I want to see all the requests come to specific request. That is, let's say get object is one request, one type of request, and put object is also one type of request. So like this, I'd like to see only like this, many are there. So like this, I want to see a specific request. for a specific request, I want to see all the logs. So within a set of time frame, 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 can we access all the logs coming to specific request? The answer for this is no. We cannot access specific request within the set of time frame. So if you want to access get object, all the requests coming for get object, that you don't get, because there is no specific rule available, because there is no specific rule available. There is no specific rule available where it can provide you the specific request logs. So there is no specific rule available for you to provide specific request logs. If you want to access for specific request, if you want to access all the logs, if you want to access all the logs for specific request, if you want to access all the logs for specific request, if you want to access all the logs for specific request, like get object or put object within a time frame, we cannot access that. We cannot able to access it, because there is no such rule is available in this server logging, where we can able to access both data, that is both bucket data as well as objects accessing data, but we cannot able to get specific request data, that is specific request logs, because for that there is no rule present in the S3. Now let's analyze one more question. To allow this source bucket to write logs to this destination bucket, do S3 require permission? Yes. S3 require permission to access this destination bucket and send the logs, right? Yeah. So how the permission is provided? What do we call the group where it has all the permissions? All the permissions to write the access, all the permissions required to write the logs in this destination bucket. We call there is a group which is already predefined in S3, which is used to deliver log files to your destination bucket, or you can say target bucket. So what is that file? That file name is log delivery group. Log delivery group. So what is this? It is a predefined S3 group which is used to deliver your log files from source bucket to destination bucket or target bucket. So we must need to add this log group to my S3, right? Yeah. So in order to provide the permission to my source, to my S3 to send my logs which are generated from my source bucket to destination bucket, I need to provide this log delivery group access to the S3. So how can I able to provide? How to add log delivery group to S3, source S3 bucket, to provide permissions to write logs in destination bucket? So you can enable by using console, or else you can able to enable by using programmatically as well. By using SDK as well, you can able to enable this. So by using, you can able to add this log delivery group to this S3 from console as well as from SDK. So from console, you don't need to do anything. It will be automatically added. Whenever you enabled this server access logging, then this log delivery group is already attached automatically to S3. Whereas coming to SDK, you need to write manually the configurations which are needed to add this log delivery group to S3. So then only you can able to provide the permission to S3 to write the logs in the destination bucket. So you can add this log delivery group to S3 based on which way you enabled this server access logging. If you enable the server access logging by using console, then automatically added. This log delivery group is automatically added to S3. Whereas if you enabled the server access logging by using SDK, then manually we need to configure this log delivery group and attach this to S3. So in order to provide the permission to send my logs to the target bucket. Now let's say I provided this server access logging. I enabled this server access logging and I provided the permissions of my log delivery group to S3. Now where can I check? Where can I check that this log delivery group permission is added to my destination bucket or not? So how to verify this log delivery group? Log delivery group permission. This log delivery group permission is provided to S3 or not. So you can able to check at a destination. You can able to check it where at a destination you can able to check this. So you first reach to you first open S3. Then under S3 you see buckets. What are the buckets you have? Your source bucket as well as destination bucket. Then you open your destination bucket. So under destination bucket, you can see the option called permissions. So under permissions, you can able to see this target bucket. You can able to see this S3 log delivery group. So under permissions, you can see this S3 log delivery group. So you can see this log delivery group where it has both read and write permissions, where we provided both read and write permissions. So if you done this, if you provided the permissions to S3, if you provided this log delivery group permission to S3, then you can able to check this in this way. In the destination bucket, under permissions tab, you can able to see that S3 log delivery group, which is having both read and write permissions are present or not. So in that way, you can able to verify whether you provided the permissions or not. So let's see one more certification question on this. So can I assign S3 access log group permission? So whatever the log group we have, that permission by using bucket policy? The answer for this is no. So we cannot able to assign this log group permission to my destination bucket by using bucket policy. We can only assign by using ACL. By using ACL only we can able to assign this this log group permission to my bucket. Let's say your destination bucket is encrypted by using any one of the mechanism. That is, let's say if the mechanism is server side encryption model by using S3, then is my logs delivered to destination bucket? Yes. Your log data deliver to S3. Deliver to S3 bucket. That means S3 destination bucket in detail. Now, what does this deliver means? That means you can able to store this data. So let's say your encryption model is by using KMS. By using KMS, you have encrypted your data. What is this KMS, sir? It is a key management service. So by using this KMS, let's say I encrypted my data in the destination bucket. So now can I able to send this log data to the destination bucket? No. So this is the very important point. No, your data won't be delivered. Your data won't be, your data will not deliver, or else you can say your data will not store at, your data will not store to S3 destination bucket. So it won't be stored to S3 destination bucket whenever your data is encrypted by using KMS. When it will be delivered, if your encrypted data is only SSE S3. So let's say I have my bucket with no encryption. Does my data will deliver to my destination? Yes. All my log file data will deliver to destination folder, or else you can say target group folder, target group bucket. So either it may be unencrypted or encrypted with server side encryption, then only your log file data will deliver to the target bucket, or else you can say destination bucket. Or else if your destination bucket is encrypted by using KMS, then is your log data delivered to this destination bucket? No, your log data won't be delivered to the destination bucket, or else stored to your destination bucket whenever you are encrypted your destination bucket by using KMS. We are storing our log data in destination bucket, right? Yes. So now let's have a question. By using what name my log file will save at the destination bucket? Is there any format? Yes, there is a format. For this, first you need to provide prefix. So what are the prefix that you provide? By using that prefix only, it will start. So based on the prefix, it will start first, then you have year, then you have hyphen, and then you have month, then you have date, then you have hours, then you have minutes, then you have seconds, and hyphen. A unique string is provided. A unique string is provided. So by using this unique string only, you can able to avoid duplicate names. You can able to avoid your log duplicate names. So why we use this? To avoid log duplicate names, you use this unique string. So let's see some example. Let's say while creating your bucket only, while creating your, while providing, while enabling your server access logging only, you need to specify what is the destination bucket and what is the prefix. So let's say I provided my prefix with the name logs. Let's say I provided my prefix name is logs. Now I just requested whatever the object which is present in my source bucket after enabling this server access logging. Then what happens? A log must be stored, right? So due to I access my object, a log will be created and stored in destination bucket. So how the log will be? Logs, and what is the year? 2024 hyphen what is the month? 04 hyphen what is the date? 11 hyphen what is the hours? 17 hyphen what is the minutes? 17 hyphen what is seconds? 21 hyphen some unique string will be there. In order to separate all the logs, a unique string will be provided to avoid duplicate log names. So that string will be like a 6 3 8 6. Like this, a unique string will be provided. So in order to avoid log duplicate names, so this unique string will be provided, and in this format your log data will be stored in your destination bucket. So now let's see. So I hope you understood about how to enable. Let's see how to enable this server access logging. let's say I want to enable the server access logging after my bucket creation. Then how can I able to enable this, sir? So you can enable this from console. So you open the console, AWS management console, and you open the S3. Under that you have your S3 bucket, right? So whatever the source bucket you have, you need to open that. So let's say I opened that bucket as well. So under that you have an option called properties. Under that properties, you see option like server access login disabled option. So you see that option. So you just open it and then simply click on it. So you have two options available. What is that? You need to select the target group. So what is the target group? You need to select the destination bucket, and what is the target prefix that you want to provide. So based on this, whatever you provide, that will comes under the names before your logs. All your logs based on the given format previously, this will follow. Next, if you click on save, then this server access logging will be enabled now. So after then only you can able to, after enabling this, then only the logs will be created and stored under whatever the target bucket that you selected. If you select this, then it will be stored under this. And if you select this destination bucket, then it will be stored under this. So from there, you can open your logs and you can even able to audit. And even you can able to, after auditing, can you able to provide security? Yes, you can able to provide governance as well to your bucket as well as your objects inside your bucket. So by using this server access logging, you can able to provide audit, governance and security as well. So let's see. So while creating, can I able to provide this server access logging to my source bucket? Yes. So let's see that process as well. So how to enable while creating your bucket. So while creating your source bucket only, you can able to enable this server access logging. So how can you enable, sir? So while creating your source bucket, there is an option called server access logging. So under that, a small checkbox is there. You first need to click it. Then you need to select the target bucket and target prefix. That's it. And then click on next so that your server access logging is provided from there itself. So these are the two ways where we can able to enable our server access logging. That is whenever you creating, after created bucket, so already existing bucket also you can able to provide the server access logging, or else if you want to create a new bucket, for that also while creating itself you can able to provide the server access logging. So now let's revise this. So when do you use the server access login? So to audit and govern whatever the requests that are getting to your bucket or else your objects, then you need to use this server access logging. So can I disable it, sir? Once I enable it, yes, you can able to disable it. If you want, you can able to enable it again. So what this will do, it will create you log files under whatever the destination folder or target folder that you specified. Under the target bucket, it will create your log files. So that log files contains what data? So who are accessing my source bucket as well as my source objects, that data will be present under that log files. So now is both source and destination bucket, that is both source and target bucket present in the same region? Yes, your both source and target bucket must need to present in the same region. So can I able to access specific request related logs, that is let's say get object related logs? No, it is not possible because no such rule is available in the server access logging. So now in order to provide S3 the permission, that is a log delivery group permission. What is this log delivery group? This log delivery group is nothing but what are the permission required to write my logs in S3 target bucket. So what are the permissions that I require to write my logs in S3 target bucket that will be already defined by S3 using the name log delivery group. Now, how can I able to provide this? So if you enabled the server access logging using console, then it will be automatically added. If you enabled the server access logging by using SDK, then you need to manually configure your code and just need to apply that in order to provide these permissions to your bucket. So can I able to assign S3 access log group permissions by using bucket policy? It is not possible. You can able to provide this S3 access log group permission. What is the log group? Log delivery group. That permission by using ACLs only. So let's say if my destination bucket is encrypted by using SSC server side encryption, can I able to put my log files under this destination bucket? Yes. The server access logging also can able to put your log files under destination bucket when your bucket is server side encrypted. So if your destination bucket encryption is KMS encryption, then is it possible for server access logging to put your log files under destination bucket? It is not possible. So mostly certifications this was asked. So if in certification they'll provide you any format how your destination log file will be, then it will be in this format: prefix, year, month, date, hours, minutes, seconds, and unique string, where this unique string is used to avoid log duplicate names and store all the data. And enabling using, that is while creating your bucket you can able to enable, and for created bucket also you can able to enable this server access logging. So this is the concept regarding property, that is S3 server access logging. I hope you understood this video. So thanks for watching. If you like the video and if you feel this video is contentful, then please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. See you back in the next video. Until then, bye bye guys.